I'll leave the chicken in for a little bit longer. I'm gonna let them rest for maybe 3 to 4 minutes and then we will serve them up. Buonasera, this evening we are eating chicken, but the chicken is not the recipe I'm gonna be showing you. The recipe is going to be the side dish, which is stuffed courgettes. Courgettes can be quite tough, especially on the outside, so I'm gonna be pre-boiling them for 20 minutes. So I will just remove the bum first. In a pot with some boiling water, I will be adding a couple of teaspoons of salt and literally just add my courgettes for 20 minutes and let them boil until they are ready. Courgettes are done, 20 minutes have passed, and I've put them in cold water to cool down quicker. And you're looking for a bit of a wobbly courgette now. You can tell that they've been boiling for 20 minutes. They are still a little bit hot, but you can handle them quite safely now. So chop them in half. This one particularly is very wobbly. Look at that. And the other one as well. Perfect. Look all the steam. They are very wobbly, so I'm going to leave them on my board and with a spoon remove the middle. Try not to break the edge of the courgette, so maybe you can actually do it gently like this. I'm gonna have to wait, it's still hot. To be resumed in a few minutes. They have cooled down a bit now, so I can work with them safely. So with a spoon, just remove the inside of the courgette and put them in a bowl. You can also use a little knife to help you if you like, but try to be very careful because they are very, very soft and you could easily pierce them, and we're trying to retain the shape of a little boat or a canoe. Do not worry if there is a bit of water because we will need some of the liquid anyway. I think the best way to do it is to scrape it off with a spoon, hold it on one end, and after you score it with a knife, much easier, even if they're hot. Or you could just wait until they cool down completely, but I'm impatient. And I'm now placing them on a tray which I have lined with some baking paper and let them cool down completely. So with a knife, go and chop in little pieces the inside of the courgettes, as the best you can do really. It's not a big problem if you leave some chunky bits because we will be going back with a fork in a little while. And I'm now grating 40 grams of cheddar. You can use any cheese you like, but do ensure that it's stringy cheese that melts nicely. So you could use Edam or anything that you like, but it is useful if it's nice and stringy. And do the same, this time with a mozzarella ball. This is a fresh mozzarella ball. You can buy them from any supermarket these days. Next ingredient is 30 milliliters of double cream. This is 30, by the way, 30. And this is fresh double cream, but you can use long life as well. I'm now slicing some Parma ham. I'll do a couple of slices. If you're vegetarian, just quite simply do not put any ham in it. And by the way, it doesn't have to be Parma ham. It could be normal ham, it could be pancetta, or indeed bacon if you like. This is also gonna go inside as a filling, and I will want it to be fairly small. So I've cut it into strips first, and I'm now cutting into very small cubes. And in it goes with the rest. This is nutmeg. It's an optional ingredient, so if you do not like nutmeg, clearly do not put it in. But if you do like nutmeg, I suggest you do put it in because it will give it a distinctive flavor. If you go pre-grated nutmeg, just maybe just a little pinch, like a little pinch of salt, that should be okay. Next I will be grating in some Parmesan cheese, not a lot, because I will be sprinkling more on top later, so maybe, I don't know, the equivalent of 10 grams or something similar. Break in an egg, a little pepper, and a pinch of salt, The last ingredient is going to be breadcrumbs, but before I put the breadcrumbs, I will want to see how it feels. So I'm going to be mixing with my hands, and then I will be adding enough breadcrumbs until I'm satisfied that it's not too liquidy but also not too dense. So I'll mix with my right hand so I can keep my left hand free. And I'll start with a couple of tablespoons. Still a little bit too liquidy, so I'm going to put a third one. One more. And I'm now satisfied that it's okay. It's the consistency I'll be looking for my filling on the courgette. And the very last ingredient is going to be some parsley. This is frozen parsley, which I chop and freeze, and I find it all the time always available. Very handy. To taste, of course. And with the help of a spoon, start filling in your courgettes. This is one of those jobs where I think it's much easier if you use your hands and fingers, of course. I did say I was going to mash the courgettes with a fork, but that wasn't necessary because they were mushy enough as they were. I'm not going to be rebalancing the filling, by the way.
Got a bit carried away.
I got carried away, yeah. There. And again, using your spoon, just pat it down so that you give it some shape. We're nearly there, but before they go in the oven, we're going to be putting a little bit more cheese. I mentioned earlier a little bit more Parmesan. So again, just sprinkle a little, not a lot. That will make it nice and golden by the time they're cooked. And literally, just a little dribble of olive oil on each half, which will also help with your golden color at the end. And we are ready. They will go in the oven for approximately 20 minutes at 180 degrees. Mine oven is a fan oven. If you've got a normal oven, just up the temperature by 10 degrees, 190 degrees. So we'll see you then. Here they are. I'll leave the chicken in for a little bit longer. Oh, they look lovely.
They do.
I'm going to let them rest for maybe 3 to 4 minutes, and then we will serve them up. They are very soft, so you might need a couple of spatulas to do this, but it's worked very well. It's going to be 4 of us eating tonight, so I'm going to have to make sure that I get mine. Otherwise I'll get told off.
Too right.
So I'm going to do a test.
Bet that's hot.
No, it's not too bad actually.
No?
It's really nice. The one thing I like about these type of recipes is that although you go a combination of ingredients, there isn't a dominant ingredient as such. The courgette, actually, it's the one that I tested immediately, but as soon as you put it in your mouth, you start getting that balance of the cheese, and the Parma ham also is very nice. So actually, it's very good. It's very good as a side dish, but also it could be a main meal if you fancy it being a main meal. So excellent. Very pleased with it. Try it. You will not be disappointed, as always. Thank you very much, and if you do like my videos, feel free to subscribe and like them. That'd be great, unless you've already done that. Thank you. Ciao, ciao. See you later. Bye.